Hi everyone and welcome to a new Watch Me Color video series. I've chosen for a small book this time so that a picture wouldn't take 5, 6 or 7 episodes and that the result is quite quickly visible. This month I'm coloring for myself in books that lacked some attention of me the past few months, I will say. And this one, it has been a while since I've colored in a Selena Fenech book. And in April, I want to color in books that were never touched before. So that's exciting. It will be a bit, scary is not the right word, but I will be a bit nervous because the uncolored books, I don't have that many compared to the ones that are in my collection. But yeah, which should I choose first and which second? But that's to think about in April. So for now, it's all about books that have been colored in, but it has been a while since I've grabbed them back from my shelf. So for this little series, I'm going to color in this page. I thought it was a lovely, almost springtime page. And although it's quite autumn, according to the weather outside, a lot of stormy winds and a lot of rain. I'm going to make my own sunny picture with this girl and the 2 cute bees. For this project, I want to use my Color Soft pencils and maybe in combination with Derwent Drawing and Derwent Graphite. I have them all in my pencil case. I decided to put my Derwent brand pencils together, so it's very convenient when I need another typical color of this brand. I just have to grab one case and then I'm set to go. So I'll dive straight in. I'm going to try and zoom a bit in. I'm going to lay this book a bit better so that everything is quite good visible. And I'm going to start with coloring in her eyes because I always find it weird to look at a figure without pupils or black in the eyes. They become more real after coloring that in. So I've decided to do a second installment of this Watch Me Color series because I had lovely reactions on the Karolina Kubikowska page that I did, and people seem to like it to experience how a picture comes alive. So that's why I thought it was a nice idea to do a second one. For her skin, I'm going to use soft pink as a base layer. So the Color Softs. It's only just recent that I found for myself a combo that worked for me for skin. It's always a bit of a search with different pencil brands, and sometimes I don't always put down a base layer, but since this works best for me with the Color Softs. So I'm already out of focus. Maybe I will have to just playing around with that zoom. Maybe that's better. What was I saying? I don't know. I'm going to use blush pink for her cheeks, but before I do that, I'm going to add a bit of shadow, and for that color, or for that purpose, and I have to take my sharpener, I'm going to use bright lilac. So a nice sharp point. But I have to be careful, because when I have too much pressure, the point snaps easily. So I'm very light-handed, because the color softs can't take that many layers compared to the Prismacolor pencils. So you really must look out not to push too hard, and then you can build up more layers. But if you're already coloring heavy-handed, then it's about 3 layers and you're done. And I'm not hard-handed when coloring, but I'm a medium colorist, I think. So it's really, I have to watch out for myself too when working with these pencils, but that's just the fun part, to get to know your materials and to discover what's the best way to work with something. So a bit of shadow on her neck. Now she's looking quite funny with her purplish tone, but I'm going to do some blending, of course, but it's less hard than with a black pencil, and it's still quite effective to create some shadow or some depth. Okay, for the same purpose, so shadowing the face, I'm also using a pale brown. The first time that I'm working with color softs in this book, so that's also something to learn, which pencils perform good on which paper. And so far the color softs are really doing a good job on this paper. A bit of shadow here. Okay, I hope it's a bit visible. Maybe I have to turn my lamp a bit. It's always a bit of a hit and miss with my light and what the phone is showing me. So now I'm going in with blush pink for her cheeks. It's very light. And I think I'm going to give her a little nose. Oops. And I'm going to use that pale brown for that. And I'm just... no, that's not working out. Oops, I bumped the camera. I really like those noses when I put them on a Hannah Lynn picture, but on this girl it doesn't look that good. So this little stroke or stripe or dash, or how do you call that thing, will have to do as a nose. Maybe I can add a bit of red. She has a blushy nose. Okay, and then I'm going to take a look. I'm used to use henna for some contouring too, and I think I'm going to try to use some henna on the border of her face also, to give it some extra warmth. And normally I always start with my background, but I think it's quite boring to see me do the same technique over and over again, because most of the time I do my background in the same way, and I'm going to leave this one quite simple, so it can be done off camera. It's not necessary to film it, I think, or I must change my mind and do a whole other kind of background, but I don't think so. Going to take that blush pink again. And now it's time to blend everything in, or together, with the soft pink again. And now I'm making a bit more pressure. So that the colors work good together. And I'm going to leave a highlight here to to suggest that she's having the light in front of her. Okay, and then for that highlight I'm going to use just a simple white to make it even more visible and to soften some colors out a bit extra. And this is like I want her to be, her skin. For the hair, I'm thinking about doing it with graphite pencils. I like to combine water media and the regular pencils. And I'm going to I want to give her port hair. It's this first color, and I think it will suit her. Or I can go for the rosé. No, I'll go with the port. So oops, sorry for that noise. That's the dollar sharpener. I use them for all my pencils beside the Prismacolors. So this is the port color, and I'm going to color in just a little bit of her hair and fade out, and that normally, if the paper will cooperate, it will give a nice gradation effect. And I'm going to take a big, I think this is a bit of hair too. And I just do some random stuff. For this strength, I'm going to start from the bottom also. I'm not going to do that for this one, but I'm doing it for this one. This color really suits her. I hope it's beautiful as well. If I've... oh, I think I've colored her ear. Whoops. I think this pointy thing is her ear. Okay. I'm going to fix that afterwards. I like it even not activated with water. But that's a bit of my problem. If I use a water medium, I have to put water on it. I can't color with a pencil that's supposed to be activated with water and leave it like that. It's something in my mind. Okay, the hair is done. Where is my water brush? And I'm 20 minutes in. I'm just going to pause this video for a second and then I'll return to do her hair. And in this way I'm not going to lose a bit of my talking, so be back in a second. Okay, here we are again. I've just colored in her ears off camera, so they're now a bit more pinkish. I have my cloth beside me so that I can wipe my brush off, because at the beginning he gives me a bit too much water. So we are going to start a bit careful. And the paper is drying up quite quickly. So I'll have to work fairly quick to make this work, but so far so good. At first, for this series, because I told a friend of mine about my idea to do a new coloring series, I was thinking about doing a picture in a Rita Berman book, but it hasn't been that long since I've colored in, and that's also something in my mind. If I set myself a goal, even if it's just for me, I have to stick to that. So Selina Fennick was, more more in the forgotten corner of my bookcase than Rita Berman was. So sorry, Rita, I love your books, but a picture of your art will be colored in some other time. I only have her compilation book, but I've just ordered Unter die Lupe book yesterday. Zulande or Zulende, I don't know how you say it exactly. Zulande, I think. So I will be having the Zulande, die Welt unter die Lupe, Zulande, at home here on Wednesday. And I was saying in one of my previous videos that I was going to try to save a bit of money this month. So far I did a few small orders, but it's not a disaster already. So I'm being quite okay, but the month isn't at its end, so it's still a bit tricky. Because when you hear some bad news, or when someone dies at a young age, I always feel the need to treat myself, because you only live once. But if I keep on thinking that, then I can kiss my bank account goodbye. So I have to watch out. And it's not that I don't have any books or materials, so I must keep in mind to restrict myself from time to time, because it can get quite crazy. Our little girl has her hair. Oh, I love it. I always try when using the wet media to it's not always successful. I most of the time I try to work like I did now, putting some darker colors on certain places and making some highlights with the pencil itself without shading extra with colored pencil. So I'm not going to touch her hair anymore with the regular color soft pencils. It will be graphite tint hair, and I have a bit of bleed through because of the water, but it will dry up without a problem. So I think I'm even going to use some graphite tint or maybe Inktense. It depends on the color that I want to use on her dress, and if it's possible, I would like to use some Paul Rubens paint on her wings. But that's for another part. I thank you very much for watching. I hope you are enjoying this little series already. If you do, please leave a comment below. Give the video a thumbs up. That's always very nice. Yeah, for the one that's making the video. And yeah, if you have suggestions for coloring in a specific book or page, you can always mention that to me. But it will depend on my feelings for a book. I had a suggestion to color in World of Flowers by Johanna Basford, and I absolutely love that book, and I will do one in the future, but as I've told in the past already, I have to feel a picture, and for now I wasn't into flowers a lot, and yeah, so but I'm always open for suggestions, and I will definitely do something with them if I can. So, but I can't promise it will be quickly. So, and now that I'm babbling away, I'm seeing something that I want to add. I've grabbed my white Signo gel pen, and I'm just going to add 2 little dots in her eyes. Is almost finished my Signo pen. It gets a lot of usage, my Signo. Okay, so that was part 1. I hope I will see you again in part 2. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.